for Chad and Natalie. This is incredible, and it takes so much work to put an event on like this, and they always crush it. And Natalie literally looks like a doll. Like, I didn't think someone could get more perfect. It hurts my face to look at her sometimes. She's that pretty. I know you guys can relate. I love you. Anyways, I'm so grateful to be here. You know, this is not really what I thought I would be doing on a Friday night. In 2015, I decided that it was time for me to make a change because I was looking at this train that ran through my town, and it looked really appealing to just put myself in front of it. And I don't know if any of you guys can relate to the feelings of not feeling okay in your own skin. Even being at things like this, right, feels kind of weird. I even get a little social anxiety being at events like this because it literally makes me feel, just reminds me of how awkward I feel in my own skin. Even still, today, 10 years almost sober. And I just still feel so weird. And I didn't know, guys, I didn't know that being restless, irritable, and discontent is part of the alcoholic condition. I just thought maybe my family switched me at birth. Maybe, you know, I got into the wrong hospital somehow. I'm an alien. But I really just struggled fitting in. And so what that looked like when I was little is that I would go from one friend group to another. And I would really just spend time with, you know, the jocks, and then I would go to the people that like to do the academics, and I would just go from friend group to friend group because I didn't feel okay in my own skin. And I started to realize that not only was that healthy for my human condition, but it actually allowed me to not connect with somebody, right? So if I don't get too close to you, then you're not going to get too close to me. And it allowed me to live these double lives. So when I was 13 years old, I found alcohol. I know I'm a late bloomer. I definitely came into it a little bit late, and it taught me that feeling of restlessness, irritability, and discontent was actually quieted when I drank. And I remember so vividly the very first night that I was able to drink. I don't know if anybody in here had a crush on their childhood best friend's sibling. Do we have any hands? Honestly. Okay, there we go. Yeah, isn't that her right next to you, weirdo? He's still crushing. Okay, so I had a mad crush on my best friend's brother, okay? His name is Kyle Black. And I would go to her house just to like get glimpses of him because, oh my gosh, he was so hot. She would always like suggest a sleepover at my house, and I was like, no, my parents said we have to sleep over at your house, right? Well, one night, he said that they could come to their party. He was, of course, an upperclassman, and he said, hey, you girls can come to my keg party, but you have to stay in Carly's bedroom. And, you know, you can't let mom and dad know that I'm letting you come over because they're out of town for the weekend. So we actually, you know, did all of the lying that we had to do to stay over at our friend's house with no parents. And the second that he started to bring up that alcohol, I was pushing girls out of the way because I knew what was going to happen. I had seen people drink in the past, and what they had done is they felt okay. It made alcohol look really fun. And so I was already not drinking like my fellows. I had girlfriends who were there, and they were getting, you know, a little buzzed. I was getting it down as fast as I could. I was like, give me more. Like, this is, I already know this is something I need. I was 13 years old. And so as the night progresses, you know, I start to feel the effects of that alcohol, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Like, all of the feelings and insecurities and the not being good enough and what am I doing here in this weird skin, like I don't belong, it all went away. And not only did I feel okay in my own skin, but I actually felt like I could go down and talk to other people. I was confident. I had this like realization, and it was like our literature talks about, I had arrived. And, my really sad, depressing black and white world had been put into color. And so the highlight of that evening, though, was when me and her brother had our first kiss. And let me tell you, that was the best night of my entire life, because now am I not only feeling okay in my own skin, but I have now kissed my childhood crush, who I have fantasized about forever, and I finally feel like I've arrived, right? So the next morning when the girls woke up and they were throwing up and saying how embarrassed and ashamed they were of their behavior, I was legitimately looking for more alcohol in the house. This is my new preset. What do you mean? That was the best night of my entire life. I am 100% never gonna live another day without this. And that is pretty much how my drinking and using went for the next almost 20 years, where I was chasing that high, right? And the beautiful thing about Alcoholics Anonymous and the program of Alcoholics Anonymous is that the only requirement to attend a meeting is a desire, right? And thank God I had a desire to change. When I came in here, I had a desire to stop drinking. But if you were to tell me that I had to identify as an alcoholic when I walked in those doors in 2015, I would have laughed and I never would have made it in here, because I didn't really believe that I had this thing, right? Kind of like what Natalie shared. I had the ability to have corporate jobs, and I had the money, and I had the relationships and the cars, and then I had all these things. And this is how alcoholism works. And it says, hey, just go get that next thing. If you could just, get that relationship or get that job or get that promotion. And then I would go get those things. And I would bring them to the altar of my alcoholism, and it would just say, not enough, not enough. And so what I would do is I would just drown myself in alcohol, pills, cocaine, all of the things, because I constantly found myself being not enough. And when I was roughly, 30 years old. It was for my 30th birthday. I don't know if anybody else in here likes to date drug dealers. Yes, support small business owners. But, it's also strategy. And so I was dating a drug dealer in Atlanta, and he sent me a whole Ziploc of MDMA crystals for my 30th birthday. And man, that was the new I have arrived. And I did those things. I would just, I'll spare you the details, but I did it almost every single day for a year. And this is where drugs and alcohol saved my life, is because I really, truly could not live in my own skin. I just was so incredibly uncomfortable, but I didn't have the balls to kill myself. I just didn't. I had two amazing elderly dogs that had been through every single relationship with me, every single move, and I could never do that to them. And I also had parents that loved me, and I could never do that to them. And so what I would do is I would just say, all right, well, fuck it. Sorry for my language, but I might as well get, good and drunk. And then I would wake up the next day, and I'd say, today is going to be different. Today is my sobriety date. And inevitably, by 10 a.m., 11 a.m., noon, I'm reaching for the freezer, I'm reaching for the pills, I'm reaching for the powder, because I just can't stand the way that I feel sober. And so when I was 31, my brother suggested, I thought it was kind of a miscommunication, but basically I moved to California to be close to my brother and his family. He had just had a newborn. And don't you know that when I moved to California, I find the local drug dealer, and he and I start dating. Well, he shows up at my brother's house looking for me. And I end up having to call the cops on this very loaded drug addict and drug dealer. My brother's never even seen drugs, and this is where he says, hey, sis, you got to figure things out, because I have a newborn, and you cannot have this around my family. And I thought it was kind of a overreaction, but in reality, I was glad that he came, and he came over to my apartment the next day, and he's like, "What the hell? We were raised different. This is not how mom and dad raised you. Like, you really, really need to figure this out." And I said, "Fine, I will go get help, but 30 days. As long as I'm doing it, I'll get 30 days to show you that I'm not really one of these crazy people you think I am. And this is the importance of recovering out loud, guys, because I worked out at a gym. I would come hungover, I would come loaded, I would sometimes brag about how I hadn't slept in 3 days. And this woman who was just this bright light would say, if ever you want to talk about sobriety, and I just get so offended. Like, why do you want to talk to me about sobriety? What do you mean? I'm obviously killing it. I'm in the gym, and I just did lines in the parking lot. I mean, obviously, I'm doing pretty well for myself. But here's the thing is this woman recovered out loud, right? She broke her anonymity. So the day when I was actually ready to go get help, I knew where to go. And guess what? You guys might be that woman or that man for somebody one day. Somebody might be at the very end of their rope, and they might be ready to get help and they have nowhere to go, but because you broke your anonymity and you recovered out loud, you may be able to save a life. So let me tell you what happened since then. So I came into the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous and I judged and I acted like I didn't actually belong there, and I caught alcoholism in that room. So be careful, guys, because if you come in and you start listening and you take direction, and you might start actually hearing the similarities instead of the differences. And what I mean by that is I heard how you guys drank and used and the effects that it had on you. Maybe it didn't look the exact same way that I did, but you guys drank and used to feel a sense of relief. And that is 100% my story. And if I'm not using drugs or alcohol, I'll use shopping, I'll use a career, I'll use men, I will use whatever I can until I finally get to the point where I have nothing left but spiritual tools. And like Natalie was alluding to today, we have 24 hours at a time. If you really are one of us, like the gnarly addicts that are described in the first 45 pages of our book, you have 24 hours at a time to arrest your spiritual condition and to actually maintain this one day at a time. And so, we think that we come in here and we get rid of the drugs and alcohol and we're fine, right? Well, here's what I heard is that the drugs and the alcohol are just a symptom. And when I get rid of those, now I get to actually work on the problem, which is me. Because the substances was my solution. Substances was my solution to feeling not okay who I was sober. And so, they tell us that if we're in here and we work the steps, that we're promised a spiritual awakening. Well, who the hell wants a spiritual awakening? Here's the thing. That's right. I didn't know that I wanted a spiritual awakening. I didn't actually know that I wanted a relationship with God. But when I came in here, you guys told me all of the things that I'm using are actually because I have this God-shaped hole and this disconnect inside of me. And that the opposite of addiction is not actually sobriety. I don't know if you guys knew that. The opposite of addiction is actually connection. So if you think that you can do this on your own, good luck, right? There's a reason that the first word of our steps is we, because we recover. I get drunk, left to my own devices. I get high, but we recover. I have a whole row of people here. These are my trudging buddies. These are my family. We do life together. And there's the connection I have with these people today is more than I could have ever imagined. Like, they actually see me. They have seen every side of me. They have seen all the crazy, and y'all know that we can get crazy. A group of addicts, we like to do fun things. But what I can tell you is that if you think that you're going to come in here and put the drugs and alcohol down and that everything's going to be okay, I have news for you. That the majority of us, it's just a matter before we pick up again. Unless you change and you start getting into whether it's self-development. For me, it was the 12-step program. And I have a stack of books I would get from therapists. I had prescriptions. I had years of going into retreats, equine ranches, yoga retreats, salt baths, all of these things, just sitting saying, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And for $2, AA told me what was wrong with me. that I'm an addict and an alcoholic, and that I have a spiritual malady, that I have an allergy that makes me react differently to alcohol, and that I have a mental obsession, and that when I take one, I don't know what's gonna happen. One is too many, 1,000 is never enough. When I have one of anything, my appetite is never satisfied. It is only intensified. So if you're questioning in here, if you actually have this thing, my challenge to you is to find somebody with working knowledge of the Alcoholics Anonymous Big Book and walk them through, ask them to walk you through the doctor's opinion and the first 45 pages of our literature. Unfortunately, the tricky thing with alcoholism is that it's self-diagnosed. So only you know if you have an obsession kicked off by one. Only you know what happens to you internally when you actually just have one Adderall or one line of cocaine or one sip of vodka. I know for me, it took me years of research and development trying to prove to myself I don't have this thing. And guess what? Newsflash, virgins don't question if they're pregnant, okay? My non-alcoholic brother never wonders, I wonder if I'm alcoholic, because he's not. So the fact that he is actually, or that we're actually in here wondering, I wonder if I have this thing, it's probably a good indicator that you do. The beautiful part of that, though, is that this isn't just something that you're going to be diagnosed, hey, you're dead, like this is cancer, stage 4, 100% this is fatal, progressive, and will kill you, but will settle for you drunk. But the better part is there is a solution. That's the beautiful thing. And that solution not only brought me to a relationship with myself, but brought me to a relationship with God. And we don't even have to amen. We don't even have to figure it out, guys. It's already in there for us. In fact, the more I try to figure out this program, the more I trip over myself. And thank God this is not a program of understanding. It's just a program of action. Like, I think the people that are more willing to take direction, that don't ask questions, are the one that get this the fastest. And that was exactly how I was when I came in here. I had a sponsor, and she said, you know, get there early, make coffee. Get there early, stack chairs, or pull the chairs out, clean up. If anybody asks you to go, you know, with the women on a coffee meeting, or if you want to go, if they ask you to do something like in a community, you say yes. And I was like, I don't really understand how this is going to get my family back. I don't understand how this is going to, you know, get my life not on fire. Literally, my everything behind me, my finances, my relationship with myself, my relationship with my family, my brother, everything is on fire. And my sponsor just said, hey, come in and make coffee. We do this one day at a time. I'm like, oh, she says, paint the fence. I'm like, my house is on fire. She's like, paint the fence. I don't know how it works, guys. I really don't. I've spent years sitting in front of a therapist, bullshitting and lying and telling them what I thought they would need to hear. And for free, I came into the room of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I have heard my whole story. Not just that, but I have connected with my fellows. I have a relationship now with people that I didn't even think was possible. And thank goodness, you know, I was willing to take these steps. What was it, Trevor? Yeah. Oh my gosh. We heard it on a meeting. It was, you know, I was willing to take these steps I didn't believe in to get results that were undeniable. And for me, the proof is in the pudding. You want what we have, you do what we do. It's not that hard, guys. But alcoholics like to complicate things. We like to add our spin on things, right? And that's okay, but you know, the willingness and the direction that Chad was talking about of the gift of desperation, I think that really has, it really is truly a gift. If you come in here and you feel like you are beaten and you are ready to actually take direction, thank God for that, because that's when he can start working. Not when you think, well, maybe I'll just smoke weed. Well, maybe I'll just go home and go back to my other job and change all the external factors. Because guess what? This isn't an external job. If it was, the 95 moves and 5 fiancés I had and 32 careers would have fixed me, right? None of that fixed me. I had to come in here and finally take a look at what was going on the inside and start looking up. So that's all I got. Thank you, guys.
Crushed it. Can we give it up again for Kat? How incredible was that? Like that, she was dropping some real recovery knowledge. That's somebody that's working a program on a daily basis. Why am I the only one standing up here with your microphone? Hello? Oh, okay. There we are. The one thing that I heard her say that I hope that you all hear is we all work a 12-step program. So if you want what we have, you'll do what we do. You know? If you want something different than what you're doing now or than what you have now, start doing something different. I'm super excited for this part because we got some guys that were recently on the podcast. They freaking all rip it on the microphone. Why are you laughing at me?
I'm stuck down here.
Huh?
I kind of got stuck down here. But it's
You
okay.
can't
It's
jump
okay.
up.
It's okay.
You're a WWE superstar.
It's good. It's good.
I will tell you that I do know that Wild Card the Dragon is the first one up. Is that correct? Man, why don't you come up here?
Wait. Tell him again. It's his 7-year sobriety birthday.
Celebrate
it.
7 years. Congratulations, my friend, for 7 years sobriety. Today, you guys, today, 7 years of sobriety. I'm going to go ahead and give you the black mic if that's okay. All right, cool.
Wait, you don't want the pink?
What?
You don't want the pink mic?
Whatever, dog. I'm comfortable in my sexuality. What's up, y'all? How you guys doing? My name is Wildcard. I'm going to try a couple. Let me just try like a chopper one first. I'm just going to do a couple songs real quick. I'm just going to try to get it going, you know? Yo, here we go. Check it. Let me see. Yeah. Give me the rhythm, I get in the middle and spinning and bitter and living and vivin' and driven and kicking and spinning and bitter and wicked and minute. Where does the ridicule spinning and critical, giving a shit and be spinning and pitiful. Bitches get rid of you, get analytical. Shit and be scribbling visuals, give it up. Minute by minute, diminishing, giving the cynical sinners, definitive, remedies, citizens, the minutes of independence, and pulling my pen and be breaking the venom, giving the shit at beginning to end it. Genuine minutes to minutes, and giving the shit on the wickedest syndrome coming up. Federal pitiful people ignite displays. Rid of the wickedest dragon is coming to light your way. With me shivering, I'm sticking them like OJ. Be that white knight that'll be twisted to the eye type that wives obey. Wickedest pain to make the skies go gray. Used to be having adventures on that crystal meth, I call them ice capades. Got a tongue to turn the dike both ways. Don't like it? Oh, I'm sorry, I just must have thought it was white boy day. Wild cards, the king of storms, and all my flows will throw lightning. Rhythm and giving the shit, I be spitting and pitting like Osiris. I talk some shit and all of my boys will co-sign. Never stalked my ex's house, okay, I drove by it, but look, I was in the neighborhood and just stressed out. Feel like my whole crew is in prison, call and collect now. An inmate at a federal prison. We know where the call's from, bitch. Hurry up and connect now. No, it's taking me a lot. I'm in the getaway, driving to the other side. Find a better place, getting kinda sick and tired. Just holding on. Yeah, no one's taking me alive. I'm in the getaway, driving to the other side. Find a better place, getting kinda sick and tired. Yo, check it. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, Phyllis, Billy the Kid. Poets breaking out of prison just like Dillinger did. Peeling wigs, making a killer on villains and drilling they chick too. Twisted in positions like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Pretty bitches from Sex in the City kissing. Next in the clits dripping with aggressive and gritty spitting. Fact in the city with it. Best with his witty wisdom. Mess with his kitties tripping like the exes is spitting vicious. Treacherous wicked witches in the west could just lick my tip with her. Hexes is mysticism. Septicol ripping shit into shreds. Chicks are tripping. Dick gets erection. And chicks are jetting for their life like they get witness protection. Different directions they splitting, they jetting. Mix up these lessons. I'm Smith and I'm Wesson. I'll spit with aggression. This my gift and my testament. I'm as sick as it gets. Let me twist to your head like you tripping on mescaline. And I'll be making tracks about pain and interchange. Making tracks with punchlines to entertain. Making tracks to make MCs that bust lame. Uncomfortable like trying to have sex in the back of a Mustang. Anybody?
Damn it, girl. Baby, you gotta...
Us? Just us, Chad.
Put your leg over the thing a little bit.
Not that
Pulling my
flexible.
fucking lumbar over here.
Anyway.
Why couldn't you get 100?
No one's taking me alive. I'm in a getaway, driving to the other side. Find a better place, getting kinda sick and tired. Just holding on. Yeah, yeah, no one's taking me alive. I'm in a getaway, driving to the other side. Find a better place, getting kinda sick and tired. Just holding on. All right, so this is the first time I ever done that song, and all the parents were in the front row. Shout out to parents, though. Hey, I saw you bobbing, big dog. All right, so I am in recovery. This is my 7-year sober birthday today. I was on the Hopeaholics podcast like last month or whatever, but so a lot of my stuff is recovery related too. I lost a woman that I loved 10 years ago. She was messing around with opiates, overdosed. They threw her body in the lake up there where I live by Spokane, Washington. It's a woman I love. So I wrote this song about her and just how we confront death as addicts, you know what I mean? So many times, you know? Check it out. Yeah. I think about death a lot. When will I go? I want to make the best of life before the end of my show. But I have been so close to dying, but I won't let my flow stop. Gold out my mouth like a pimp who got cold cock. Cold hard delusion where I thought I was already dead. Psychotic features all up in my schizophrenic head. Psychotic episodes, my mental got dark. Felt like I died with every episode like Kenny from South Park. Soul is full of sadness when I felt I don't exist. There's levels to the layers of the darkest loneliness. Men and women dying in the cold, drugs and homelessness. They took my close friend. With God, I got a bone to pick. Blood in, blood out. I'm crushing all your bones with picks. My gun is like behind the scenes. Bonus clips, life's about choices. Just like a pretty woman who gets offered lots of D, and she doesn't know which bone to pick. Boom.
Is life worth living because
I'm still alive. I'm trying to
find my way in it. It's
hard to survive, and I know. Yeah.
that if it's time I should
Come on.
just close my eyes
In search of better days. Look.
with no more hate in their eyes.
Yo. Simple said this beat was haunted when he sent it to me. I be haunting all my beats with all my spirit when it's looming. Remember memories about my life and how it was. Dad said to me, meaning of this life is just a love. That shit stuck with me forever. I was reaching for hope, and Paps would be so fucking happy. I'm not reaching for dope. I wonder if we get more tired as we get up in age. God's preparing us to die for the end of our days. I just want to put out music just as much as I can. Before I die, I'm in a rush in case I fall off again. I keep on trying real hard. My mind is housed in torture. They always think I'll fall off like the state of California. I wanted just to fade. Life's a painful assault. Ran in crazy situations when I'm making someone else's fault. Basically, so suicidal pain is robbing you. LA County dudes will strangle you till your skin turns Dodger blue. Boom.
Is life worth living because
I'm still alive. I'm trying to
find my way in it. It's
hard to survive, and I know
that if it's time I should just
close my eyes in search of better days.
with no more hate
Yeah.
in their eyes.
Yo, when I finally die, I hope my lyrics get played. I wanted to make you laugh and help you escape all your pain. I lived a crazy life at times and came equipped with lessons. My homegirl got me a bulletproof vest as a Christmas present. My friend Kim ended up inside the way of some harm. Then she died and I put her fucking name on my arm. No matter how fucking tough you are, when you love somebody and then they're just gone forever, that shit changes your heart. God, it came to me and said I got a lot to just learn. See Kim's sister searching for a spot for her urn. And if those people really killed her, I hope you change your life, cause if you don't, hope you die from a hot shot and it burns. If I die before my people, baby, know that I try real hard to be so fucking better in this crazy ass life. Yo, but when I was alive, you motherfuckers could find me somewhere between the 10 freeway going up to the 90 west of Promises. Yeah, Hopeaholics, Western Promises. Yeah, Hopeaholics. Yeah. Shout out to Hopeaholics. Yeah. I just fall off the stage. Just my first thing to go viral. Just 3 million views of me falling off the stage. No, he was kind of killing it. Let's do it. Thank you, baby. Let me take you through my Story real quick. Look. Yo, I first got high and drunk at 12, I guess I was a late bloomer. Met a hoe at 15, spread her legs like insane rumors. She used teeth or in head, couldn't contain humor. I told her that she fucked up the head like a brain tumor. I first had felt this high, had these wings I could fly. Then it went and turned on me inside the blink of an eye. Wanted to chase that first high, like the ink wouldn't dry. That's why these people do the dope, but maybe drink till they die. See the angels I'm around, but come and take this fear. I'm doing lines off my homegirl's makeup mirror. God, please, I want to change, I want to make that clear. Like a meth cook inside a lab, trying to make that clear. We all walk it down, our family, baby dads are now pretenders. They never see the sun, Alaska in the winter. Chicks sleep with dudes for drugs, doing just what they can. That's the original version of doing it for the gram, yo. We learn these cycles and go in circles. Having sex as a form of self-harm, we know it's hurtful. I never knew when I was young and blowing purple that I would end up messing with needles like sewing circles, yo. We learn these cycles and go in circles. Having sex as a form of self-harm, we know it's hurtful. I never knew when I was young and blowing purple that I would end up messing with needles like sewing circles. It started as a party, homie, belching a beer. Then you swallow by the solace of the sweltering fear. It all started as a hell, then this hell would appear. Stop doing lines cause I couldn't look myself in the mirror. This chick wants to get to know me, homie, we can arrange it. She's a hoe and I'm a drunk, this is like leaving Las Vegas. Graduated to the drugs, deep in the Matrix, and now we doing bath salts and watch us eat through our faces. Apocalyptic shuts me off from being affectionate. Zombie apocalypse, any neighborhood with meth in it. Heroin or fentanyl, we end up vilified. I've been to trap hotels haunted by people still alive. Strips upon the road and our tires and wheels blown. Behind you running plates, trying to steal home. You could move a bunch of dope weight if you so choose. Cops use your weight against you like judo moves, yeah. We learn these cycles and go in circles. Having sex as a form of self-harm, we know it's hurtful. I never knew when I was young and blowing purple that I would end up messing with needles like sewing circles, yo. We learn these cycles and go in circles. Having sex as a form of self-harm, we know it's hurtful. I never knew when I was young and blowing purple that I would end up messing with needles like sewing circles. We die or go to prison or get sober and free. That's the way it's always been for all the people like me. Addiction hits us so bad, some of us grab a gun. Consequences getting greater and our way and having fun. Stung like syringes if they a plunger like insulin. Pain the crew for me for being under the influence. Life, the shit had changed, this shit could be ruined. Cause if the shit was still fun, I'd probably be doing it. People all around me like he's such a good guy, but he's on a hellish path to self-destruction, just die. Their solution out there, homie, get the fuck up and try. And if you wanna change, I hope this track fucks up your high. Yo, there's people all around me trying to do their best to do better in a world full of drama and stress. You could be in your addiction, OD with a heart attack. You could be the sober person, get your son and daughter back, yo. We learn these cycles and go in circles. Having sex as a form of self-harm, we know it's hurtful. I never knew when I was young and blowing purple that I would end up messing with needles like sewing circles, yo. We learn these cycles and go in circles. Having sex as a form of self-harm, we know it's hurtful. I never knew when I was young and blowing purple that I would end up messing with needles like sewing circles, yo. What's up, man? What you guys doing out there, man? My name is Wildcard. You can find me at Wildcard the Dragon on Instagram. At Wildcard the Dragon on Instagram. This is my last one. Okay, look. Okay, so I worked with the homeless for like a year and a half in Spokane, Washington. I lost some clients up there. We were like in the thick of it, in the shelter and then downtown. This is my final one, okay? Listen close. Me and my woman got some post-traumatic stress and I'm a griever, and she's always so depressed, she always thinks that I'm a leaver. Back against the wall when we go out and keep a heater, and she's scared of loud noises cause her ex used to beat her. God brought us together from a man who's defeated, getting high under the bridge like I was Anthony Kiedis. Now the Fetty crisis stripping all your loved ones with death shots, homeless, posted by a store like a red box. That someone's baby or their father or their mother for whatever reason lost their holy way and now they suffer. They grew up in the meth lab or with a great stepdad. Now you're getting high and using alcohol prep pads. Got that jet lag until I lost choice. The homeless hanging under bridges like the Lost Boys. This stuff is killing everyone, can kill you too. Just know we cook dope on some silver spoons too. Why do I feel so at home here? Come on, come on. place that I never could dream. All of these tears and the tragedy. Check it. Let me tell you all about what all this Narcan does. You got these brain receptors that'll get attacked by drugs. Then a deadly dose of dope will maybe start to eat at them. Then the Narcan sprays them off so you can breathe again. I know it's just a bigger issue, tell you this. Had some friends that overdose and then survive and now assist other peeps that never knew the true recovery exists. I gotta tell you all that you were better than a fix. This is for the people that are on the streets. All the people working with them that are losing sleep. I had to say goodbye to a young kid and I was triggered, I was cried. I still got the hospital sticker. Mental health crisis is its own war by itself. Not to mention deadly drugs sending families all through hell. See the death of gangsters and cops have been through. But alcoholics and addicts, we got some dead homies too. Right? Yeah. Alcoholics and addicts got some dead homies too. I was able to see it from the inside out of how the system is super fucked up, you know what I mean? And I see the certain things where like having the certain insurance and shit, like this kid died, man, because he did Fetty one more time and he didn't make it. So I think we're on to something here trying to fix this shit. Why do I feel so at home here? A place that I never could dream. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All of these tears and the tragedy. I hope there's shelter for me. One more time, y'all. Why do I feel so at home here? A place that I never could dream. All of these tears and the tragedy. I hope there's shelter for me. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your guys' time, man. My name is Wildcard. Happy birthday, Natalie. We love you, Natalie. Thank you, Chad, for bringing me out, bro.
All righty. Yo, where's everybody at? Come on in back inside. We got one more dope. Well, we actually have two more dope performers. But I want to bring on the next performer. He was recently on our podcast as well. I actually really love one of his songs a lot. Can you guys give it up for Riggy Mars?
Yo, what up? Give it up for Wildcard one more time, man. That's my big brother right there. Just gonna get into it. This song's called Cold Air Balloons. Let's turn that up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. You ever been dope sick in the streets? Yeah, you know the vibe. Ever caught a case with the piece? Yeah, you know the vibe. Shot up, shared a rig with the bleach? Yeah, you know the vibe. Do my thing till I lay deceased, call it suicide. Ever been dope sick in the streets? Yeah, you know the vibe. Ever caught a case with the piece? Yeah, you know the vibe. Shot up, shared a rig with the bleach? Yeah, you know the vibe. Do my thing till I lay deceased. It all started in MacArthur, 12 balloons in a pack. I was burnt out off the crystal plus the coke and the Zans. My homie on parole hit me up with a plan. I swooped him up in the Solera to go halves on a gram. I've been chasing green 80s till the prices went up. He told me, nah, this shit is... Start supplying the stuff. My paisa with the biz, homie, drive to the cut. And if he sees that you're dependable, he'll front you a nut. Cop 60, shot 3, no tolerance, rush. Fresh needles, Walgreens, cop the 10 for $1. Flipped it to the fiends, doubled up with my funds. Got a bad junkie bitch, now we're falling in love. Cans of Arizona, slice the bottom to cook. Stir the sludge, don't burn your fingers when you're mixing the goods. Tied the belt around my arm, hit the vein with precision. Eyes pinned, I feel perfect, now it's time that you listen. You ever been dope sick in the streets? Yeah, you know the vibe. Ever caught a case with the piece? Yeah, you know the vibe. Shot up, shared a rig with the bleach? Yeah, you know the vibe. Do my thing till I lay deceased, call it suicide. Ever been dope sick in the streets? Yeah, you know the vibe. Ever caught a case with the piece? Yeah, you know the vibe. Shot up, shared a rig with the bleach? Yeah, you know the vibe. Do my thing, turn that volume up. Woke up at Olympic Motel with the chills. Bed bugs and cold sweats, blood stains on my grill. Last night was a blur, but there's black in my zipper. Hit a vein in my throat to get rid of the shivers. Then I hit the gold line, Pasadena gold line. Fentanyl, I cut mine perfect so you won't die. Gotta get my bread up, fuck 12, I'm fed up. Probation violation, now these cuffs are never let up. Sitting in a cell, cause these people, they so quick to tell. Fake gangster, dope fiends snitch, then they wish you well. Money on my books, know my chick with the business. Sent Suboxones in the mail and PayPal for Christmas. 10 months later, I was back in the streets. Skid Row and neck deep with a relapse complete. I'm a legend in my city, so I died in my sleep. Narcan, a lifesaver, so the cycle repeat. You ever been dope sick in the streets? Yeah, you know the vibe. Ever caught a case with the piece? Yeah, you know the vibe. Shot up, shared a rig with the bleach? Yeah, you know the vibe. Do my thing till I lay deceased, call it suicide. Ever been dope sick in the streets? Yeah, you know the vibe. Ever caught a case with the piece? Yeah, you know the vibe. Shot up, shared a rig with the bleach? Yeah, you know the vibe. Do my thing till I lay deceased, call it suicide, suicide, suicide. Make some noise, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I could barely hear myself. All right, this next song is called Counting Sheep. All right, all right, all right. Yeah. Once again, my name is Riggy Mars. That's RIGGYMARZ on all streaming platforms, Instagram, all that. Follow me. Yeah. Back on the chain, gang. Don't get me wrong, arraignment. Public pretenders chasing highs with the judges too. Incarceration, I'm a victim, many faces, many places built. Barbed wire fence space to house some fools. Sing the blues, abusing drugs, don't know how to do anything but jet fuel. The problem I can run in twos. Shadow people follow, murky puddles, twist and blue. Smoke clouds higher than a purple face that's dead cause you. My own worst enemy, anything but empathy. Skillful, I'm survivalist, fentanyl and ecstasy. Rest in peace to dead indeed, I do repeat the mantras. Monsters hide beneath the countertops of cocaine I conjured up. Some courage, intravenous Merlin, stirring lie inside a pot to rot the guts, you all deserve it. Manufactured, branded, blew the bag, grabbed the shit again. All my friends are dead, relapsed and locked up in the pen like counting sheep again. Let me sleep, I just need a pen. Numbers on the wall if you need a friend. Roman numerals, scratch them off and repeat again. Counting sheep again. Let me sleep, I just need a pen. Numbers on the wall if you need a friend. Roman numerals, scratch them off and repeat again. Wishy-washy probably got me taped in Hollywood. Boulevard of broken dreams, fiends line up in longitude. La Brea moneymaker, honey papers, folded brown bags. Cooker, sterile water, bitch I'm rigs in a lunch sack. Paranoid, I got a hunch. Skip town, they onto us. Common circumstances, red balloons, hope, don't want the fuzz. Fucking with my lovely buzz, something I don't feel at all. Addiction in the bloodstream. Death is when the curtain calls. A person falls when everything is lost. When life don't meet those expectations, accusations from the boss. Them powder wigs be karma's bitch up in the end. I ain't tripping on a glitch in the system which you live. Everything is relative, sedated for effects. Sex with hella groupies, got me jaded, finna jet. Need a private plane, a newer vein to poke, no place in bets. Type of thinking gets you killed like resurrecting death. I'm counting sheep again. Let me sleep, I just need a pen. Numbers on the wall if you need a friend. Roman numerals, scratch them off and repeat again. Counting sheep again. Let me sleep, I just need a pen. Numbers on the wall if you need a friend. Roman numerals, scratch them off and repeat again. Thank you. Can you guys hear that all right? Like the beat is good? All right. All right, we got to cut this short, so I'm doing one more song for y'all. This song's called Iron Redemption. I've never performed this. It's off my upcoming album, Rose City Boulevard. That drops October 15th. Rest in peace to all the fucking dead homies, man. Narcan's a lifesaver. Shouts to Hopeaholics. Shouts to you guys. Yeah. Yeah. It's how I feel every morning. Survivor's guilt. Miss the homies. Silence kills. Tell the story. Time will heal. Redemption's lonely. It's how I feel every morning. Survivor's guilt. Miss the homies. Silence kills. Tell the story. Time will heal. Yeah.
Redemption's lonely.
Used to be a druggy basket case who lacked ambition till some homies saw my loyalty and put me in position. Fronted me some bags of white, no paper for the kitchen. Digi scales and crystal clear enough to lift you new dimensions. Chameleon enough for college parties. Yellow pads to prisons, dab the glue stick to the orange strips. Mailed it through the system. Brainiac the way I bagged it. Trapping was a rite of passage. Caught a case at 21 with 20 pounds. Weaving traffic. Bail was set at 30K. Remember it like yesterday. Lucky though I wasn't strapped. Prop 36 Peruvian flake. John Belushi's hella groupies lined up at the clinic. Filled the Dixie cups with purple drink as government assistants play their part in epidemics. Criminals are sick and addicts. Manipulated by the man behind the mask of Roman Catholics. Bloody money, lust for greed. Supported by your hard-earned taxes. Tragedy is live and active. That's how I feel every morning. Survivor's guilt. Miss the homies. Silence kills. Tell the story. Time will heal. Redemption's lonely. That's how I feel every morning. Survivor's guilt. Miss the homies. Silence kills. Tell the story. Time will heal. Redemption's lonely. Hella homies died twisting the pipe in love with Fetty. I won't lie, I still smoked it. I was dope sick, I was petty. Rest in peace to Cadillac, the dose he took was heavy. LA City on his shoulders, earned a halo, spilt the Henny. Next to fly was Jimmy Mason. Memories, I hold them sacred. Always down to ride an iron Mike and fist. An altercation. Shaky Jake indicted. Novelista wasted talent. Brother was my blood and couldn't escape the noise of suffering silence. Yeah, we did some shady things. Really, we lost everything. Children lost their fathers. Grieving widows clutch a diamond ring. I got past the torch to sober up. Take a chance. Turn the nightmares into messages. You can't escape your past. Thought that I was gonzo. Won the lotto with this rap shit. With my motto, life is hard, but grief it passes. Y'all are ass backwards if you think this a dream. It's happening every moment, in your home, in the streets. That's how I feel every morning. Survivor's guilt. Miss the homies. Silence kills. Tell the story. Time will heal. Redemption's lonely. That's how I feel every morning. Survivor's guilt. Miss the homies. Silence kills. Tell the story. Time will heal. Redemption's lonely. That's how I feel every morning. Survivor's guilt. Miss the homies. Silence kills. Tell your story. Time will heal. Redemption's lonely. That's how I feel every morning. Survivor's guilt. Miss the homies. Silence kills. Tell the story. Time will heal. Redemption's lonely. Thank you guys so much for your time tonight, man. Once again, my name is Ricky Mars. Talk to me after the show. Peace.
There we go.
I don't use his. I don't use his, Michael.
I'm sorry.
This guy doesn't even need an introduction, our next guest. He's been performing here since we started this thing a year ago. I know him as Michael. No, I don't. I know him as...
You don't lie.
I know him as multifaceted
right.
monster. His real name is Michael. But can we really quick give it up one more time for
Yes.
Ricky Mars? Because,
Are you going to use pink or black?
I mean, these guys are seriously
Okay.
dope, man. I love recovery-based anything. Anyways, let's give it up for multifaceted monster. And then right after him, we're going to get into our last speaker. So Right after Michael, guys, I want to get everybody back inside and get ready for our speaker. Let's give it up for multifaceted monster.
Let's go.
What's happening, everybody? One more time, can we say happy birthday, Natalie, on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Thank you guys for everything y'all do, the Hopeaholics, Natalie and Chad. Thank your parents for having you, because then otherwise y'all wouldn't be doing stuff y'all doing. So, but yeah, love y'all. I am multifaceted monster. Been rocking with the Hopeaholics for a while, and I'm gonna get into this first song. Go ahead. This song is called Earthbenders. Unfortunately, my feature couldn't be here, but I remembered his verse. So that's how that goes. Testing, testing. Y'all hear me okay? I can't hear myself as much. Testing, testing. When you're self-destructive, it's all good. They encourage you like you so crazy. Make a positive change, your shift dynamic of relationship. It's amazing. Haters are hardly solo. They're more or less congregating. If I sense you're a snake, I'm Black Casper. I'm Ghost, I'm not explaining. I don't have no patience for nonsense. And your body language more honest. If a friendship ended it's up with, I don't need closure, I'm good, I promise. Throwing out words you cannot spell like narcissists when you're toxic. It's a toxic masculinity to hold you accountable for a broken promise. That's a rhetorical question. Some endings are a blessing. I walk into these new beginnings with healed wounds and lessons. I go to the gym when I don't feel like I pray, meditate, and eat breakfast. I accept my past mistakes, forgave myself, them built like Tetris. That dash between the two dates is of the utmost importance. It's let go and let's go. The distinction is so important. I keep it moving like an earthbender, like my last name Payphone. Life is what you make it. It ain't no guarantee that I'll stay long. This moment I have right now, live it to the fullest, make y'all proud, do my thing, you know what I mean? Say it with me, say it. I love this moment I have right now, live it to the fullest, make y'all proud, do my thing, you know what I mean? Say it with me, say it. I love it. Do my thing, you know what I mean? I love it. Say it with me, say it loud, I love it. Do my thing, you know what I mean? I love it. Let's go. This is self-love manifested. We worth it, no question. Intention, keep going. Modified maps, we learn these lessons. Blessings on blessings. Receive it. I'm open. Create till death till there ain't no breath until that heart is open. Focus like a shamatha. Yoga poses, prana's up. Showing up, that's our fight. We are the light that's in the dark. Where I walk, gotta walk. Quantum talk, we changing thoughts. I found myself when I was lost. I paid the tolls, I paid the cost. Made it across that river of ghosts. Haunted by demons who feeding on souls, helping my people who feeling alone, and we feeding the hungry and teaching them though. They are the ones who we looking out for. Powers in you to get to the goal. Get on your road and start walking the road. Methods are known, but the path will unfold. Every step, another is shown. Although this growth for the seeds that are shown. Showing these seeds what it means to be growing. I'm a full-time brother with an overtime flow. Yeah, the winds will blow through. Things will change up. Achieving these goals that I wake up. Gratitude for the dude that change comes in this moment. I never gave up. This moment I have right now. Live it to the fullest. Make y'all proud. Do my thing. You know what I mean? Say it with me. Say it louder. This moment I have right now, live it to the fullest, make y'all proud, do my thing, you know what I mean? Say it with me, say it. Do my thing, you know what I mean? Say it with me, say it loud, I love it. Do my thing, you know what I mean? I love it. Say it with me, say it loud, I love it. Ooh. Thank you, thank you. The song is called Earthbenders. And I think the next song is, go ahead and drop it so I know what it's called. I have no idea what's next. I know the words, I just don't remember the order. This song is called The Monster Dilemma, features Emma Dilemma. This is one of the Machine Gun Rap songs. Fucking Wild Card killed this fucking set, opening with a Machine Gun rapping verse. Me and Wild Card are working on a collaboration also. As soon as I hear that beat drop, the temperature in my body rises. Multifaceted monster, theatrical, ain't no spots. I can set her own beat. I don't promote no nonsense. I work hard, play hard, go to sleep. Interfere with my trajectory, yo, no, baby, vasectomy. Life is what you make it, take the toxic out my recipe. I don't chill with snakes, I'm with the love and the blessings. But you may false allegations, you dead to me. Rest in peace, middle finger emoji. Expensive with phalanges. They be like, oh, that nigga speak English so they can stand me. Sorry, no, I'm not. I do not fit the mold. Standing on business, casual, Kenneth Cole. Misery loves company, avoided the mystical. You seem to have so much resistance to my growth. Committed, dedicated to creating. I'm taking an oath and intuitions at the drip problematic. I gotta go, I finally learned to love myself. That bothers you. Self-love. This is me setting boundaries, love. That upsets you. I hate dealing with people that refuse to take accountability. Continue to do nonsense, blame everyone for your misery. The truth seems harsh when you're faking sensitivity. I will not co-sign bullshit, no, that's stupidity. But this is life, it is what it is. Your prerogative, I'm a social butterfly. If you're fake, I'm not too talkative. Even in the rooms of recovery, there's seemingly politics. I guess whether or not we're cool, just depends on who you rock with. Some relationships are fake, I'm not mad. I just acknowledge it. I learned some tools of self-control. Shout out to my psychologist. Great without apologies. And if you ever hate it, know it gets me off. Don't celibate, celebrating, devastating. Where relapses 51, 52, chained to a hospital bed without a pair of shoes. I learned to let them love me till I learn to love myself. And I don't take life for granted, that upsets you, oh well. I finally learned to love myself. That bothers you, too bad, oh well. This is me setting boundaries, love. That upsets you. Thank you. So I'm going to finish off with one of my favorites. The song is called Push. This is a song that I wrote fresh out of recovery. It's about pushing past the obstacles. If you know it, you can say it with me. Push, baby, push. You know you gotta push, baby, push. Push, baby, push. You know you gotta push, baby, push. Push, it was fake, make shift. I had to make a shift, and it had to make sense. How am I supposed to tackle this? With sobriety, for starters, listen to people that are smarter. So was feeling drained like a phone without a charger. They say push, baby, push, like a birth or a stroller. Life will get gradually better if you stay sober. These promises, aren't they extravagant? Well, look at the game you've been playing. What are you averaging? 5150s, blackouts, destroying relationships. Didn't need alcohol to indulge in the craziness. Couldn't even laugh at I was so full of the hatred. Backtracking in life feels worse second place. And they say push, baby, push, like a birth or a stroller. Life got gradually better when I stay sober. These promises, they weren't so extravagant. Stop playing the games that I was, now life is immaculate. Push, baby, push. You know you gotta push, baby, push. Push, baby, push. You know you gotta push, baby, push. Push. You gotta push for recovery. Just like we put all that energy. You could cut it. Just like we put all that energy into pushing for our drug of choice, whatever the substance be, push for your recovery, push for your life, because as everyone has said before me, this shit is life or death, and all it takes is one poison, one little, you think you're smoking some weed, and then you hit some shit laced with fentanyl, and it's a wrap. So encourage your loved ones as well. Thank you, Hopeaholics.
All right, can we give it up again for multifaceted monster, Riggy Mars, and Wildcard the Dragon? Woo! All right, Natalie.
Okay,
We're almost there. Hey, can we get as many people from outside inside?
You guys
Anybody got a really big mouth? Let's get as many people from outside inside.
Outside to inside.
Because we got some shit about to go down right now. Come on inside. Check this out.
Yeah, Anna B's about to bring the house down.
We might have one other special surprise before Anna. We might have one special surprise for Natalie Eva Marie. Can everybody join in with me? All right, let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday. It's your birthday.
We gon'
Party like it's your birthday.
We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a fuck, it's not your birthday. You'll find me in the club, bottle full of bug. Look, mommy, I got the head.
We're on a time crunch, so we're gonna bring up. I really think everybody needs to take a seat for a minute because we got a really special speaker tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Her name's Anna.
I love you guys.
Damn, her name's Anna.
Anna B. Anna B.
Her name's Anna B. Her last name is Banana. It's Anna Banana.
No, she probably hates that.
Oh, do you hate that, Anna B?
Anna,
Anna?
don't listen to him.
Banana? Where is she?
She's just hiding. She doesn't want to come up here now.
My
You
wife.
have definitely triggered her.
My wife yelled "zip it" to me right now. Nobody tells me to zip it except for her.
All right, bring her out.
I don't
We're on
think
a
she-
time crunch
I don't
here.
think she thinks I'm funny. Anna, come on up. Let's
Come on,
rock
Anna.
and roll.
Come on, Anna. Come on,
Let's go, Anna.
I love you, Anna. Come this way. Come with the stairs. I just want to say thank you to everybody for the birthday wishes and making me feel extra special today, too.
Can we give it up one time real quick for Anna?
You guys, Anna's also a Virgo, so we have to give her a happy birthday as well.
Happy birthday, Anna.
Jesus, help us. Oh my God. I'm just kidding. You're going to do great. Yes.
Hi. Okay, I don't even know what to say right now. Can I stand behind that thing? This feels very strange for me. Also, I can't see anyone. So it's really weird. And this is super sparkly. Yeah, this is like really way out of my comfort zone. My name is Anna and I'm an alcoholic. Wow. I'm like, happy birthday, Natalie. Happy birthday. I love you too. And everyone was great. All the performances were really cool. Thank you for that. And I'm really nervous, you guys. Like some of my friends came, so thank you guys for being here. My friend Joseph works for Hope by the Sea, so that's how I ended up here. I'm really mad at him right now, like really, really mad at him. I already told him earlier, I'm like, I fucking hate you. Don't ever ask me to do anything ever again. My answer's no. Like, this is super uncomfortable for me. The guy that I'm dating is here. His name is Brian. He's never heard me share my story before, ever, so I'm, like, worried for him. That, like, I don't know if he's gonna wanna talk to me after this. I was hoping that maybe there was like a therapist in the house that could give him some emotional support when it's over, because I'm not sure what's gonna happen. But yeah, my name is Anna, I'm an alcoholic, and I don't know how long I'm speaking for, so I'm just gonna try to like get through my story a little fast. I'm really nervous. I grew up in LA, and can I stand behind that podium? This feels so uncomfortable. Wow, I'm like really nervous. I grew up in LA, and my mom worked for a porn company when I was a kid. And it was really weird because you guys, I can't do this. This is so uncomfortable. I'm freaking out. Can I stand behind this? It feels so much better. Oh, wow. And now I can see some of you. Hi. Hi, Breezy. Okay, yeah, so my mom worked for this porn company, and it was really uncomfortable because I learned things that, like, a kid's not supposed to learn, you know what I mean, when I was, like, really little. So, like, I'm, like, running. I was obsessed with boys, and I'm, like, running around on the playground trying to, like, make out, and I'm, like, talking about blowjobs, and all the other girls are talking about Barbies. And, like, I would get invited over to friends' houses for sleepovers, and I was, like, that really, really creepy kid, and they're like, don't let her come over again. Like, there's something wrong with her, you know? Like, she's off. And I just, like, I share that part of my story, not because any of that made me, like, an addict or an alcoholic or whatever, but I do remember at a really early age, like, feeling ashamed, like, for who I was. And not wanting to be me. Like, I wanted to be this other girl. Her name was Cindy. She is kind of like Breezy. Like, she had all the right things, you know what I mean? Like, she had the right shoes, she had the right clothes. I really wanted to be just like her. My mom would take me shopping. The nervousness is not going away, by the way. It's just getting worse. It's like I'm on a weird roller coaster right now. My mom would take me shopping, and I would buy all the stuff that Cindy had, but when I put it on and I looked in the mirror, I didn't feel like I looked like on the outside, like what it felt like Cindy, you know, looked and felt like. And I just really didn't want to be like who I was, you know? Like, I had this really curly hair. Everybody made fun of me. I should have brought water up here because I'm super thirsty. Because I'm like, thank you. I'm like spilling it all over me. So anyways, yeah, I just didn't feel comfortable with who I was. And I started drinking. I remember the first time I got drunk was with this friend of mine. We went to the lake. We went to Lake Mead. And wow, this is really hard, you guys. Everybody was drinking. Her dad gave us beer, so we drank. And I don't think I can do this, Natalie. This is really hard. It's like, this is really hard. No, for real, this is hard. I'm trying. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Yeah, this is hard. I have a sobriety date. It's July 18th, 2021. But yeah, oh, hi. I see you guys are moving. I need you. Hi. Yeah, so, like, we drank some beer, and then, like, we were doing this chewing tobacco, and, like, I didn't know that you had to spit that stuff out. So, like, I ate the whole thing. I think, like, my friend ate some of it. I just remember laying down. Everything was spinning. I start puking. But he still wanted to make out with me. And that was my friend, she had, I can't do this, you guys. This is really hard. She had these older brothers, and the guy, I can't. It's too hard. It's so hard, Breezy. It's just a lot. I'm like all over the place. Yeah, he still wanted to make out with me, and that was kind of how it went from there. Like, I would drink, and I would throw up, and there would still be somebody that wanted to make out with me. And so that's really all I cared about. I realized that, like, with alcohol, like, I felt a little bit better. I felt a little bit more comfortable in my skin, and I could hook up with guys, because that's, like, really all I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like, I was obsessed with boys. That was my first addiction. Guys, and also what you thought about me, like your validation. Like, that was definitely an addiction for me. And so, yeah, I did, Joseph, I just want you to know, because I can't see where your face is, I want to fucking hit you right now. I'm so mad at you. Joseph is very grumpy in our meetings, by the way. We call him Grandpa Joe. If anyone, just so you know, if there's any movement anywhere going on in the room, you will know. Joseph, like, shoots you these dagger eyes. Like, he's not okay with it by any means. You can't even move your chair the wrong way if Joseph is in the room, you guys. I don't know what he's like at work, but that's what happens in our meetings. So I love you, Joseph. Yeah, I started doing cocaine when I was, like, in high school. Yeah, I'm really struggling right now, you guys. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, cocaine did this really weird thing to me. It made me pee my pants. When I would do blow, there was like no indication whatsoever that I was gonna have to pee. It would go from like, you did the blow to like, okay, like you're peeing your pants. And so like, I just got used to peeing like in weird places. Like, okay, this was back in the early 2000s. The Matrix was a thing. And so like, I was like into these like pleather pants. I love these pleather pants. And I was at a Halloween party. I literally had taken Elmer's glue and I spiked my hair all the way up in this crazy mohawk. And I'm all loaded. I'm on the dance floor. It hits me like, oh my God, you're gonna pee. Because like, it's not like get to the bathroom. It's like, you're gonna pee and then you're peeing. And I was like, well, I'm wearing pleather, so I'm not sure anyone's even gonna notice anyways. So I just peed my pants and kept dancing. And then that's how that went. Like, I would be in my car. I'd be driving. This was back in the day, so we had CDs, and I loved to do lines off the CD cases. And then I would just pee in the car. Like, my driver's seat became a toilet. And that's just how it was. My car always smelled like urine. I never shit my pants. No shade on people who did shit their pants. I know you're out there. But yeah, one time I was like, I tried to make it, you guys. I pulled over. I was like, oh my God, I have to pee. Like, I run into this restaurant and I'm like, this is a really big deal for me because I'm actually putting in some effort, like to get to a bathroom. And I get there and the door's locked, but there was a chair out in front, so I just sat there. I just peed. And then I did the walk of shame out of the restaurant with like this wet ass. I just walked back out to my car. Yeah, there's worse stories, you guys. I try to make it funny. But anyways, I ended up meeting my first husband. I was pretty young, and we both worked in the movie industry, so there was like a lot of blow. There was a lot of alcohol. There was a lot of partying. It was really fun. But I got pregnant, and I had my daughter, and it wasn't fun for me anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to be a mom, and like, he was still partying and whatever. And so... yeah, I should tell you guys I have 4 kids. I have 3 baby daddies. I have 2 ex-husbands. And a partridge in a pear tree. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I always, like, babies get older, you know what I mean? And so, like, my first, she got a little bit older. She was out of diapers. The novelty wore off, so I had to have another one of those. Like, I need to have another baby. And then that, you know, the husband, he was like doing the things wrong. Like, he wasn't gonna stop drinking. She had a bigger diamond ring than me, so I needed a bigger one of those. It was always something. It was like, I had a Highlander, but I need a Tahoe. And like, now the Tahoe's not good enough. I need like this bougie minivan, you know what I mean? And like, that was my alcoholism manifesting itself in various forms. And like, I didn't know that because I didn't know I was sick. And so it was like, I just wanted to use anything and everything that was outside of me to try to make me feel better on the inside, and none of that ever worked. He ended up getting sober. Fun fact, I literally divorced him because he went to AA. He came home, and I don't know where it came from, but he brought the big book, you know, because he was the alcoholic, not me. And he comes home with this blue book, and he sets it down on the counter in the kitchen, and he opens it up to this chapter that says to wives. And he's like, you need to read this. And I was like, oh shit, he's in a cult. I'm fucking out. And I literally divorced him after that. That was the end of that. And so I definitely had to get married again, so I did that. And he didn't have any kids, so I needed to have another baby, so I had another one of those. And so now I'm just miserable, you know what I mean? And I ended up finding martial arts, which really changed my life. I got wildly kind of addicted to that, and that's really all I did. I trained, and yeah, it was just a really, really important part of my life. And then I met him, the him. And I was married, and I had all my kids, and I didn't care. I was 100% obsessed with this guy. He had I don't know, the best round kick or something. I'm not sure, but I was really obsessed with his skills as a martial artist. And I fantasized about this life that wasn't mine. I saw these people in the gym that trained at the school I trained with, and some of them were married, and I was like, I want that. I want that to be my life. You know what I mean? And so when I met him, I didn't care that he had a girlfriend and that she was pregnant and that they already had a kid. I didn't care that they had been together for like 11, 12 years or whatever. I decided that I wanted him. You know what I mean? And like, I'm a really, really scary one. Like, if I lock my eyes on you, like, you should probably run. Like, I'm kind of like a psycho when it comes to the opposite sex. Brian, don't run. No, so I met him and he was a tweaker. And I guess I love a good tweaker. I mean, I'm a tweaker too. Like, I'm a diehard meth addict, you guys. And so, yeah, when I ended up tearing my ACL, and that's way too long of a story, I'm not gonna share with you guys. But I talk too long, Natalie. What time is it? But so yeah, I like he sticks a poo. How much time? Oh yes, and I finish at 8:55. Oh, 7:55. Oh my God, 8:50. Are you guys ready? Are you guys gonna say? There's gonna be one person still in the room. It's definitely gonna be Brian, and I'm still gonna be talking. Okay, I better hurry up. So I meet this guy, or like I'm obsessed with this guy. He's a tweaker. I tear my ACL. He sticks a pookie in front of my face. He's like, here, smoke this. Your knee will feel better post-surgery. And I'm like, fuck yeah. No other thoughts went through my head other than, if I hit that pipe, does that mean I get to hang out with you for 5 more minutes? Because all I want to do is be in your presence. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm around you, I feel okay with who I am. And so it was like, really, like, the time in between seeing him was like kind of gnarly, So I hit the pipe and it was like, and that was it. Like, I'll never forget it. I used to spend like 10, I'm not even joking you, like 10, probably more hours in the gym, like in the ring, like sweating and bleeding, to feel the way that I felt like in that moment when I took that first hit from that pipe. And I had this conscious thought, I'm gonna do this every day for the rest of my life. And so that's what I proceeded to do. I took him, at that time, my husband was at my house in LA. Like, it's way too long of a story, but I was in Walnut, like, when I was, like, getting loaded with this guy. And I called my husband, and I was like, hey, you gotta take Enzo, that's our child together, and I'm like, you guys gotta leave, because I gotta come home with this guy, and shit's gonna get really fucking weird. Because stuff gets weird when 2 people get together and they start fucking smoking meth, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, you've gotta get out of the house, because, like, I need to get creepy with this guy, and, like, you can't be there. And, like, that is how small my life became. I did bring him back to my house, and my life shrunk and shrunk and shrunk until the only thing that my life became were the 4 walls of 1 bedroom inside of that house. And all I was doing was fucking smoking meth. And I still thought it was his problem, though. He was the addict, not me. You know what I mean? And I'm that kind of girl that, like, I found out, oh God, this guy has a problem with meth, so I'm always gonna have it on deck. Because if I always have it, that means he's gonna always be with me. And if I don't have it, what does that mean? Where is he gonna be? Who's he gonna be with? You know what I mean? Now I know what kind of weird shit happens when 2 people get together with this stuff. I definitely don't want him doing that with anyone else. And so I can't hold down a job. He can't hold down a job. Like, I had money in the savings account. That was all drifting away. And the next thing I knew, like, I was running out of money. I was going to lose my house. None of my kids wanted to have anything to fucking do with me anymore. My parents were like, what the hell has happened to our daughter? I'm in and out of 5150s. My 5150s, by the way, are always apocalyptic. There's no aliens in mine. It's always Jesus. It's the end of the world, and I'm going to hell forever. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, shit was scary. And I got 5150'd once, twice in 1 week. I think it was like a record. They were like, you were just here like 2 days ago. How'd you get back? You know what I mean? But anyways, so I'm gonna lose the house, which means I'm gonna lose the guy. So I do what I know how to do, and I decide I'm gonna have another baby. And so I have this ovulation app on my phone, you guys, and this is what kind of girl I am. Not only am I gonna get pregnant on purpose so that he'll stay with me, but I'm gonna figure out what day, like, I need to get pregnant so that the birthday of the child I'm trying to get pregnant with is as close to and or his birthday, so that he'll definitely never leave. And that's exactly what I did. I got pregnant and my due date was his birthday. Yeah, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Like, I was gonna have this amazing tweaker family in life, like tweaker picket fence, tweaker dog, tweaker car. Everything was gonna be cool. You know what I mean? And like, I was gonna get pregnant, and I don't know what I thought, but I got pregnant, and I never got sober. And whatever 9 plus 18 is, because I never know the math, began 27 months of hell for me. And because I still had to get high, like I had to get high every day because I didn't know anything else, you know what I mean? And like I didn't get sober, and I would go through this like just this like terrible thing that would happen. This is gonna be crazy because it's 7:52. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do this, you guys. It's really hard to put all this like, oh, in a nutshell. You want me to finish at 7:55? Yeah? Really? Okay, so I'll just stop with all that. I was gonna share with you guys some stories about what it was like getting loaded and being pregnant. And the reason I was gonna share that is because for me, when I heard a woman share about her story, because when I walked into treatment, I was never gonna tell anyone that that was part of my story. And when I heard somebody share that, it was really, really powerful for me. And so I always try to make a point of doing that. But the daughter that I ended up giving birth to, she saved my life. I was dirty in the hospital, so was she, so I caught a case, and they took her away from me because God doesn't have any grandkids, and God decided that, you know, it's better for her not to grow up with a mom who's like a loaded drug addict, you know, the way that I was. For 18 months, I like would get her, lose her, because I never really got sober. And wow, I have 2 minutes. This is really hard. And so I got 12-step by my public defender, you guys. It was like the last time I was losing her again. There was really nothing that I was gonna do about it or that I could do about it. She was 18 months old. And I had to call my public defender to tell him that they were taking her away from me one more time. And that's when he told me that he was one of us. And he had like the perfect amount, this is hard. He had like the perfect amount of time sober. Like it wasn't like 30 years where it was like, oh my God, like, you know what I mean? Like nobody gets 30 years. And it wasn't like 1 year, like, oh, he's gonna go like relapse like tomorrow. It was like he had like 6 years or 7 years or something like that. And he just told me the story about how he passed the bar and he was living behind a dumpster selling crack and heroin. And he said, I know you think you can think your way out of this, but he always said, I know you think you're so smart, you can think your way out of this, but you can't, and you're gonna have to go get sober the way everybody else does. And for the first time, I heard something, because I was in and out of the rooms on the court card, you know, and I wasn't hearing anything, and like his words just like shot through the phone and like into my heart. And the next thing I knew, I was packing up my shit and I was heading off to treatment. And when I got to treatment and I got to AA and I finally started sitting down and I finally started hearing something, everybody in AA told me, oh my God, we get our kids back here. Oh my God, we get our kids back here. And I thought that was gonna be my story. You know what I mean? But it wasn't. And on March 17th, 2021, my rights with my daughter were terminated and she was adopted to the foster family that she was with. And so, and I didn't stay sober for that long after. I relapsed in July, but I didn't stay out for very long when I relapsed. I had a really profound conversation with God who told me that half measures availed us nothing and that I was standing at the turning point. And I asked God, I asked him what it was, you know, that I was supposed to do, because I had gotten all the commitments and I had sponsees and I was in the rooms and I was working the 12 steps, you know, like I had worked my 12 steps, you know what I mean? And it was just like, no, I had done all of that like under the pretense that like this was gonna be my story. Like I had decided what my promises were gonna be, you know what I mean? And what I heard God tell me was, I promise you if you turn over this pain to me, I'm gonna walk you through this every step of the way. And that's exactly what God did for me. And I haven't found it necessary to pick up a drink or a drug like since that day, July 18th, 2021. I wish I could have told you guys a little bit more of my story, but I'll end with this. Like for a long time, like I was always like saying like, yeah, that wasn't my story. Like we get our kids back in AA, and that wasn't my story. I didn't get my daughter back. And then one day I realized that like that really like isn't what's going on. You know what I mean? Like my story's still being written each and every day. And just because my daughter isn't with me right now doesn't mean that my story is going to be I never get to see my daughter again. So one day at a time I stay sober, not just for her. Obviously, like I have a sponsee that's here tonight, Jenny. Oh my God, I love you. Yeah, but I hope that one day, I really do, I hope one day that my daughter like comes, you know what I mean, that she searches for me and she comes to find me, and when she does, I'm gonna bring her, like the first thing I'm gonna do with her is bring her to you guys so she can meet the people that saved my life. Thank you so much for letting me share.
Hello? How about that moment right there? How about that moment right there? Can you guys give it up one more time for Anna? That was an incredible, incredible testimony.
Wait, we have to do like better than that because Anna was freaking out the entire time when she first got up here, but how good was what she just delivered? I mean, that was everything in such a short amount of time.
Anna, thank you. Just so
And
you
Anna,
know,
you ended right on time.
and just so you know, Anna, you actually did an incredible job. And if it makes you feel any better, I stood up one time up here, my first time doing
And he
my
totally
testimony.
didn't hit the mark and
And-
went over times a
And
million.
then I didn't, and then I went over time, and people left, and damn, it was not that good. But it was really, really good, to be honest with you. But I think you did a terrific job. So thank you again for showing up for your recovery, because we do what we don't want to do around here.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I want to end with this: if you're new, keep coming back. The
Yes.
newcomer is the most important person in these rooms. We're going to circle up. We're going to pray out. If there's anybody outside that wants to come in and pray out with us.
Thank you to Kat. Thank you to everybody that
Thanks,
participated
Kat.
tonight.
Thanks, everybody
You guys
that
killed
came.
it.
This was an incredible night. Appreciate
Circle
you
up.
all.
Come over here.
Circle up.
Circle up.
We gotta connect that circle. It's really important. There we go. All right. All right, guys. A moment of silence for the addicts that's still suffering inside and outside of these rooms. We're going to do the serenity prayer. God, stay. Just stay. Thanks, guys. We'll be having another one of these in about 2 months. So look forward to seeing you guys back here.